everybody, I'm Allan Northern.
About to leave.
I am an actor, I am a writer, and I'm a filmmaker.
Eli, take care of Tyson, please, before he gets up.
Fine.
And I'm also a college graduate. So it's May 2016.
Allan Northern.
I really wanted to follow my entire college journey so that you guys would be able to see what I went through and how I went through it and what emotional state I was at each and every peak and valley going throughout it. And he said to me, you should film yourself, your whole legacy, you should film your journey through college. That's what he said. He said you should film your journey through college. So you know what? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Here's my graduation thing that I did. I just graduated a couple of days ago, so here it is. I'm gonna play it now. Bye. So we're here driving to American University.
We're still in Philadelphia. We didn't even leave home yet.
Well, we are driving to
down the street from my house.
This is all the stuff in the back. But I fell extremely short of that because college just destroyed my brain. And I got very flustered and upset. So now I'm here after the fact, trying to kind of make up for lost time and let you guys know how college was in retrospect. Now that I'm looking back on my college experience. So I felt freshman year was relatively easy. It was super simple. I felt like I was just strolling through it because I didn't have many obligations. I had, a part-time job throughout the entire semester, 2 semesters that I was there. And then I would say the hardest point in college for me personally was sophomore year. Because that is when I started to pack on a lot of different things. I started doing a lot more than I was used to doing in college. So, for instance, I had 17 and a half hours a week. I worked at audiovisual services at my university, and I worked 14 and a half hours a week at the American Enterprise Institute. I was their video production intern. So those 2 things, I had 17 credit hours. That's a full course load. I also joined a fraternity. Sophomore year, I kind of realized that there was a challenge, and the challenge really was balancing all of those things that I was talking about with home life. Taking on all of those obligations, the job and the fraternity and all that stuff, and all those, the heavy course load, the full course load, that was a challenge within itself, but it was also a challenge dealing with a lot of things that were happening at home. There were family members getting ill, and that really took a toll on me as well, so everything kind of came in at once. I kind of had this big kind of mental meltdown where I just didn't know what was going on. It was like crazy, because it went from in my life doing nothing, or my perception of nothing, doing very little, to doing a lot, learning how to balance everything, school and home life and fraternity stuff and courses and friends. It all kind of took a toll on me, and I couldn't really get a grasp on what was happening and what was important and what wasn't important, so I kind of shut down. Everything at once kind of hitting you, and that really brought me into a state of deep sadness. And I didn't really know that there were resources everywhere to help people who are struggling mentally and emotionally with a lot of different things coming in from different angles, and that there are resources about that. There are resources involving time management. If I were going into college as a high school student, there are things that I walked into college that I did not know, that graduating I wish I knew. I wish I knew those things, just basic things about financial aid, basic things about how you can get more money, how you should be focusing your time, and how you should spend your time, how not to get overwhelmed and all that stuff. There's just a lot of knowledge that I think I've accumulated throughout the 4 years of college that I've acquired since I'm a real person in the real world. So I think that explaining my pitfalls so that you guys don't have to make the same mistakes will be beneficial to anyone watching, because I don't want anyone to make the same mistakes I made throughout college, because they are painful, and sometimes they're financial mistakes, and financial mistakes are the worst mistakes that you can make. So I wanted to try to help you guys who are still in college, and those people who have not even entered college yet, to try to get to a place of happiness when you graduate, because I felt like my graduation day was kind of spoiled by this really weird bittersweetness that I had inside myself, because I felt like the pressure to move out to LA, because I'm a filmmaker and I'm like, oh, I gotta move out, I gotta go, I gotta get, I gotta get where Hollywood is so I can get my feet wet. So I graduated about 2 years ago, but it feels like it's been like a year because time flies. So when I graduated, it was pretty weird. It was pretty strange because I thought that it would feel a lot more gratifying. I thought that I'd be a lot more happy when I graduated, and I wasn't really that happy because I felt like I should have had a lot more done before I graduated, and I didn't have as much stuff done as I wanted to have, so I thought I'd have 3 feature films written. I thought I'd finished the miniseries that I've been working on, and I didn't have it finished when I graduated 2 years ago. I actually just finished it. I just have these big goals and these big dreams that everybody else has. You know, you all have goals and you all have dreams. You all want to conquer the world and do something great and, you know, become the next Elon Musk or Chris Nolan or Oprah Winfrey or whatever. I'm a filmmaker, so I want to conquer the world too, just like you. And you are going to be basically tracking my progress, and we are going to try to get somewhere together. Life is like this big maze, right? And that's why my logo for the channel is this maze. I'm trying to navigate myself through that maze and get from point A to point B. Actually, point A to point B, because point B is higher than point A. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or anything of that nature, please comment below and please ask me. I'm here to talk to you about whatever you want to talk about. This is supposed to be a two-way street. I'm Allan Northern, and that was PCL.
About to leave.
I'm glad you're seeing so much amusement from this. I'm an actor. What? Hey everybody! Stop talking! Stop laughing at me! Stop laughing at me!
Go, good laughing.
Okay. Premise of this entire blah, 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 blah.
We might be young at heart, but we're still dreaming. Eyes wide open, we'll leave this place behind. No matter what they say.